What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for the rundown. We are back, guys. Just kick this off. I just want to do a quick intro. I always get this wrong, so I want to let everybody know who's coming to the show for the first time. This is a show where we do a rundown of shows, film, TV, whatever's on the thumbnail generally. And we have an awesome chat. That's why you'll see join the chat down below. That I'm actually hiding with the scrolling thing there. If you're here for the first time, hang around, have a chat with us. We like to have fun. We go through pictures from each show, talk about the show, what we like about it, what we don't like, and dive in a little bit deeper to our thoughts on it. Nothing professional here, just a lot of fun. Kind of like an online book club, which includes our chat. So if you're here for the first time, hop in the chat, say hello, don't be scared. I know we can be intimidating because we're just so, jack of broy. But join the chat and join the team. That's my spiel. Anthony, how are you?
Dude, that was a great intro. You should do more of those.
Really?
Yeah. You could even start with "In a World," and you need to add that we have the actual character names to complement the rundown.
Yes.
And I'm doing fine. Just watched Black Panther yesterday. Had a couple of things to think about, but I think
Awesome.
we'll be covering Black Panther next week, right?
Yes, Black Panther next week.
Cool.
Hopefully, everybody in the chat is able to see it by next week. Let us know whether you can or not, because I'm looking forward to talking to you about it, because I know it's a bit decisive. So, for some people, so I'm really looking forward to seeing where we all stand and sit on it. So, looking forward to that. I got to hear what you got to say, man. I'm gonna have to wait a whole week for it.
Yeah. So I
don't like
can say two things without any spoilers. One is they were kind of doing our work for us because you know how we always have nicknames for everyone.
Mhm.
There was a nickname in there, so it made our rundown a bit easier. And the second thing is when I came out of the theater, I was thinking that I would give it a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5.
Mhm.
Because it kind of left me in disarray, maybe, or it was kind of missing something for me. And then I thought
Mhm.
maybe they did it on purpose. And if they did it on purpose, then it might be like 4 minus out of 5.
Ooh.
So that's my thought on Black Panther, without spoiling anything.
Okay. Interesting. We've got a few people making a few comments in the chat already as well. So we'll hop in there in a sec and see what these guys are saying. I will say that we cried a lot. We cried a lot, Lani and I.
You pansy.
Yeah. I know
You're
some of
not a
the guys in
fusa,
the
you're a
chat.
pansy.
Look, I was crying within the first 5 minutes. Okay,
Damn.
tears were welling up. When they hit you with the silence and they hit you with the come on, guys. Someone in the chat, back me up. Rans, I know you got my back. Back me up, Rans. We enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Shuri, just her journey and a lot of the family stuff and the grieving stuff I thought was really good. So I can't wait to talk about it. No spoilers. So we'll leave it
We'll do
there.
it next
But
week.
next week, guys, next week we'll do episode 11 of Andor, which I'm already assuming is going to be amazing because this show just can't miss. And then we'll get on to Black Panther. So I'm looking forward to that. Now let's see who's here in the chat. Because Mr. S Beam dropped by before. I think he's always making spelling mistakes, though. He wrote justice for Skarsgård. I think he meant to write justice for Waleed. It's justice for Waleed, not
Yeah, I
Skarsgård.
think it's a word finding disorder.
Yeah, come on, S Beam. We'll get you there, though.
It
I think
happens.
it's because he's always so tired because he's
think so.
he's always sleeping. He says, "Have a great show, guys. Going to catch the replay. Hashtag Sleeping Beauty. Hashtag Working Beauty. One Way Out is the best episode thus far. 2 more left. Already looking forward to season 2. Well, S-Beam, we thank you, sir. We miss you. And I also agree. It was amazing. The end of the episode, we're probably going to spend a bit of time on that. I'm going to bully us to spend a bit of time on that last speech because that was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Then who else we got in the house? We got AJ. Brother, thanks for being here, mate. He just saw Black Panther 2, I saw as well. Where is it? He just saw it. And then we got Renz in the house. Now, I know Renz was with me. Come on, Renz. Wait, AJ's got my back. I back you up, John. I've had a rough year and a big loss, so I felt emotion a lot in Black Panther. See, brother, we're here for you, mate. We're here for you. Life's hard.
Hope you're doing well, man.
Hope you're doing well, brother. Thanks for being. Hopefully, we'll make you laugh today. We're kind of turning into a comedy show, I think. We're almost a
It
comedy
could
show.
be. It could be.
We're almost a comedy show
Exactly,
now.
Bros comedy show. That's
Look who
good.
decides to show up late, huh? Often. Look at him. Good evening. Good evening, sir. You're fired. Rehired.
He's going to ban you, so careful, careful.
Oh, shit. I gave him the power. I gave you the... damn it. I gave you Excalibur. Damn. All right. Well, shall we kick into it? Because I'm pretty hyped up to talk about Andor episode 10. All the pictures today, actually, all the Andor pictures bar one today are provided by Mr. Oracle Studios here. Thank you very much, sir. He goes, I got the spanner, the power. So if the pictures aren't as good this week, guys, I do apologize, but I let off and have a go. So I just...
I bet they're less controversial, though.
They're less controversial. Ren says, make this comedy show better than She-Hulk. We'll try our best.
Never.
All right, let's do it. Start of the episode, Anthony. Tell me, what were you thinking at the start of this episode? Were you thinking it was going to be Prison Break? I was thinking it was going to be Prison Break.
Yeah, I was thinking it's going to be Prison Break. And I don't know how we call Kino anymore. How do we call him?
Oh, man. Well, I just watched Black Panther 1 after watching Black Panther 2, so let's call him Claw today. All right, I like Claw.
Claw. He was having the best episode of his life.
He was.
This was good for him, yeah.
Yeah, he was the star. Well, actually, him and Selvig were the stars of this episode.
True.
Literally. And that's just how good Selvig is. Right at the end, he comes through with just that speech. Man, okay, look, I've got to save it for the end. For the end. Bloody hell. Yeah. But I love how this kicked off right after the last episode when they're taking the body away. I thought, okay, beautiful. It's like straight into it.
Yeah, and I thought he was all in, but then when he goes to the comm, he's still hesitating a bit, and I think he's hesitating to take the leader role, but maybe he's just hesitating also because he knows what he's giving up, and because of the ending.
Yeah, that was, oh man,
because he already knows about the ending.
Do you think? Obviously, surely they knew. They flew in.
Yeah,
they flew in. I would have still tried to swim, bro. I would have said, "Can you help me? Can you hold me?"
If you can't swim, I think a little pond is scary. Let alone what they're facing now. It's like a full-blown ocean.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rid someone.
He knows. I'm giving up my position. And I'm not going anywhere.
Man, it was rough. It was rough. I really felt for him at the end. Bloody hell.
And the cool thing is, if you watch it the first time, so if you watch this scene for the first time, you don't know that is going through his head right now.
What do you think? I mean, well, he had nothing else to lose. I love how he says later on, I'm already dead.
Yeah.
That's sick. I didn't realize that could have an impact into what actually happens at the end there. See, when I first watched it, I thought they got to the end and he realized, oh shit, I can't swim. I didn't even think about him thinking about he couldn't swim by the time he got there.
I think he knew.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What do you guys in the chat reckon? Do you think he knew? Let us know. Ren says Kino Glory. And that's why I'm sad my thumbnail didn't make the cut. Selvig and Claw killed it. They did.
Yeah.
They did kill it. They were the stars of the show. Andor, again, taking the back seat, but taking the back seat like a boss.
Yeah.
Like, he's not trying to be... He's a producer on the show, too, so he could have easily been ego-driven, let me have all the heroic moments.
True.
A lot of the heroic moments are not him. And I love that. I actually love that. Often says hashtag just keep swimming. Look, he should. That's our catchphrase.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Justice for Kino.
And justice for Kino, man. I think he's not. We don't know what happens to him. He could take over that place. Like, surely there's a way. Surely there's a way he could have got off somehow, or maybe they
He
took out the
could,
guards.
but will they?
Maybe not. The way this show is, I don't think they'll bring him back.
I don't think so.
I think that's his run. Plus, an actor of his caliber is probably busy doing other things.
Yeah, and imagine if there's a bit of a ruckus, they just kill off the whole floor too. Imagine what they do if there's like a mutiny. Just shut it all down.
Yeah.
They'll just flood the place.
Yeah. Poor bugger. AJ says, looking back, it makes sense. He would know they would have to swim away. Yeah. They must have life rafts in the facility. Good point. You think so?
No, of course not. It's the Empire.
The guard's hiding in the room. I know. I nearly took a picture of that. That was hilarious. Yeah, but what's going to happen to them? I don't know. Either way, I really enjoyed this interaction. Him like finally convincing him to like I love how Andor took over there and he's like on program at the end, like because he's just his life's in disarray right now. He's really just trying to think, what the heck are we going to do?
Yeah. And it looked like the guns they were using. Do you remember the gun that came with Finn, with the Finn and the Trader 2-pack? I think it's the same gun, right?
But I don't.
Anyway, it's a gun that I recall to have seen with a figure before. So that was cool seeing it.
Okay. Very cool. I did not know that. Then we come to these guys. Now, these guys played a very small role in this, except for the guy
Lonnie.
Lonnie, that's it.
Yeah. You should have remembered that one.
Anthony, no. But I loved how I didn't realize, like, I guess none of us knew this was him until the end, which was a really cool little hidden gem throughout the series. He hasn't been there much though, right? I don't remember seeing him doing much.
I think he has been, but we just didn't see him. Because when I saw the scene for the first time, I didn't even see him before I knew that he was Trader. Ginger Trader.
Trader.
But rewatching Andor, then you can clearly see him. So I don't know. I think he's been there the whole time.
It would be cool if we go back and watch it, right? And you see him in the background of each scene, like looking dodgy. That would be amazing if they planned it that way. Imagine if you went back and
I think
someone's going to have to go back and check.
Yeah, that's us. But I think he'll be in like when they were in the circle with Blevin and Dedra. I think he'll be there as well because it's the same rank.
Yeah, that's true. So he's risen pretty high considering. Man, this guy's a baller too on his own in the Empire.
Yeah. Being manipulated though and blackmailed, but still.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one. I can say the word, Johnny, this entire
Say the word.
I've got the. I need to think of like a word, a special word to say to just get you timed out when you're being difficult. No, so this part.
Just say relieve him of his duty.
Oh man, but this was literally these Deidre and that were in this episode, really, which was actually, I mean, it was so full of so much other things. It made sense, but I love their plan. To what would they normally do? It shows they're still thinking smart, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
they're not as dumb as the prison guys. Then we move on to. Yep, that's exactly it, Syntha.
That's exactly what you were going to say, right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth.
Indian rebel.
Yeah. Now, I'm wondering why they keep coming back to her and the old mother. I'm assuming Andor's going to come back.
Yeah.
He's going to come back for her, and she's going to be here. Otherwise, why are they continuing to show her watching on the mother?
Yeah, true.
Whose health has radically declined since that episode, which is a little strange. She's ready to stay and fight, and then she gets sick all of a sudden. Isn't that how life works?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought interesting that they're still showing her. That just makes me think and confirm that we'll see more from a Flash and Andor when Andor comes back, if you remember who Flash is. And then let's move along to This scene, I really enjoyed this. This picture is sweet. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Buffin. I'll give you credit where credit's due. You can have one for that one. Um, I gi- I give you one for this one. That's good.
It's so
That's it. You're
stingy.
my Padawan. You're my Padawan. Again, look, I love all Mothma scenes. What did you
Yeah.
think of this scene, Anthony? And the decision that
Um,
she's left with?
it was well. The ending was cool. When the guy saying that was the first untruthful thing that she said. Because she's actually considering having Clea meet his boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a full-on betrothal. Um, at least Devil says it's not, but it kind of
Mm.
is though.
Yeah, it is. It so is.
Yeah.
It so is. What do you guys in the chat think about this one? Like the proposal, and I don't think she'd do it. Surely not.
Yeah, she will.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean,
I
your
think.
daughter's kind of a dick anyway, so.
Yeah, I think that's why they're playing her to be the single mom in their marriage, but also why they repeat everything for the resistance. So I think they will.
Mm, yeah. Man, like that's a tough decision because he knows he has her. He doesn't want money when he's like, I don't need money.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was going to be someone else. Like I didn't expect a different character like this. Last episode, I was thinking it'd be someone. Um,
Mm.
I just thought it'd be someone different. Did you guys think that? I thought it'd be someone different.
No, because
Um,
they told they called him by his name, so we
mhm.
never saw Davos. So
Never seen him before.
yeah.
I like this one. My humble bows before your grandeur,
Grandma of
Moff.
Logan.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good
Grand
one.
Moff Logan has a nice ring to it, actually.
True.
Oh
You need a
yeah,
couple of those blue squares and red squares.
I could do
Grandma
that.
of Logan.
I could put him on this side. You won't see it with the blue jacket though, but
True.
Grand Moff Logan. I like that. Often good work. Damn, I'll keep that. Ren says no other being has ever had the memory, nay, the photography skills.
Other being even.
The being. I'm on high levels. Thanks for that, guys.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed these shots though. Like shots like this show the grandeur of their city and their world. I guess that they
Yeah.
look at that
Yeah.
couch. Look how big that freaking couch is. Who's sitting there? How many people are sitting there? What is this room exactly? Is this just like this is in her house? What is going on in this part of the house for it to be this grand?
Yeah, and for me, this actually looked like a tournament. It looked look, like a House of Cards, Game of Thrones kind of thing. And that's what it
Mm,
was, right?
yeah.
Because
And then you cut over.
I think Tay is going for her affection, and he's going for her name.
Mm. Do you think Tay is? Do you think he's into her? Do
Yeah,
you think that's
yeah,
what's going
definitely.
on? Yeah, you can see that, right? I was a bit sad Party Bro wasn't in this episode. Would have loved him to walk in and
You would have
like
just
us
sat between them. I'll sit here.
with
I'll
the
sit here.
champagne or something.
Yeah. And this is also the scene where they talk about the Chandler marriage, right? And it's just like it's all betrothed, and it's just like an
Yes,
economic proposal.
yeah, kind of like what her relationship is with
Yeah,
her husband.
and it makes sense.
Exactly the same
It kind of makes sense now that we know that it works like that on Chandler.
thing. Yeah. What we got here? Nay, the nobility to wield not 10 but 20 screenshots.
Nay, the nobility.
uh, justice for Party Bro.
Just for
Yeah,
party, bro.
AJ.
Yeah,
Justice for
yeah.
Party Bro. Where's he at? Huh? He's probably at a party. Star Trek, Star Wars
He
Waleed.
was. He was.
He was. He
He's
definitely
Walid's
is.
brother. He's Walid's brother.
He's Wally's brother. That's where he's his long lost brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this guy played it well. I thought he was like another good English actor. There's really full of English actors here in this show. I mean, it makes sense
Yeah,
given
because
where
they
it was
sounded
filmed.
right. And
Yeah.
and this kind of sets up like a. It's weird that it's only 2 episodes left because this play kind of it could be played out for like 10 episodes. Him
Mm,
infiltrating in the Senate or in the House.
Yeah.
of
Well,
some.
season two might carry.
Mm,
There's going to be things
yeah,
that carry over to season two,
yeah,
I imagine. I mean, the way this show is, I don't want it to be just two seasons.
yeah.
That's the thing. I want
It won't be. It won't be because it's so well
just
written,
keep going, just keep going.
and it doesn't
Um,
even matter how the story goes, to be honest, because it's so well written.
yeah, like I'll watch anything.
Yeah,
Just keep the espionage up. Keep doing rebel things and trying to start. Like, just keep it up. Like, damn. Like, we haven't even seen Twin Peaks this episode, but I'm still like, what's going on with him?
yeah,
Him and Deidre, what's happening?
yeah. We have to
I
see
need to
Twin
know.
Peaks.
I need to know. Anyway, let's move on. We're
Yeah,
cruising along. Back to Selvig and
Cla-
Leia. Leia. We'll just call her Leia because sounds like Leia. Just keep
she looks
going.
like Leia as well.
Thanks, Vince. Yeah, and again, I want to know more about her. Like
Yeah,
when they were talking here, like I was not expecting him to be meeting who he ended up meeting.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I thought
hmm
it was meeting someone very intimidating, like a big boss or someone behind them or above them that they were reporting
yeah.
to. That's what
Because
it
she
felt
said
like.
he wants contact or he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did you guys think? Who did you think that he was going to meet? Did you think about it? Did you think who's he going to meet? Like who's I for since that I was like, okay, this is someone high up, someone he's maybe worried about meeting. That's what the impression I got from that
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, me too.
But then you realize he was worried about meeting him because he doesn't want him to bitch out. Because he needs him there. Basically, he needs him to
He
sack
needs
up and
all
keep
the
going.
heroes that he can get. Right?
Man, just the writing. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. It just says, I love this time period in Star Wars lore. Let the rebellion grow. Yeah, I mean, you're right, AJ. The world that they're in right now, I want more from this time in the world where there's not battle damaged everywhere and there's just war going on. I want to see the rebellion grow. Like that's why the prison episodes were so important to show you the oppression and what these guys are going for, to actually add stakes and weight to them escaping. And all this for Andor is perfect because it's leading him to become that person he becomes, which is
Yeah, to be
you couldn't
honest,
plan it better.
I think these showrunners could make any period of Star Wars cool, right?
Well, if they write like this, they would. Damn,
Yeah.
like it shows the writing in this shows that you can be way more enthralled and entertained by words and emotion and conversation
hmm
than any action sequence.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you buy into it, like I keep thinking back, how did they get us to buy into
hmm
this world? Because you could look at it and you can go, we know what happens to Endor. There's no stakes. There's no fear of him dying or anything happening to him. And then you realize he's not even really the main star. There's all these stakes from these other characters, Selvig, Kino, Claw, all these guys. Also, if you're watching this for the first time, we use different names in case you're wondering who we're
This must
talking. We
be
need to make a
confusing as
disclaimer.
hell.
We need to
Yeah.
make a disclaimer on this. I
Yeah.
think no one's going to know what the heck is going on. But they've added stakes with other characters and not him. That's the big thing. Just disappointed Endo didn't escape under Claw's shirt.
Yeah. Or under his robot shirt. But
Yeah.
yeah, how did they do it? Um, they made us care for all the characters. I think they're all relatable somehow because they're
Mm,
not black or white. They're nuanced. So they all have their good points. They all have their bad points, and most of them are good at something. And we like to see people
mm,
who are good at something. Um, but it's just different facets of the world, and they've done the world building that well by taking the time,
mm.
showing the good and the bad. I think that's it.
Yeah. I think one spot where I noticed it was when it's like we've gotten really good monologues from each character at some point.
Yeah.
They have a moment where they shine through with something they say, something they do. I think that's happened for every character. Like for Clea, it was when she pulled Selvig up. Like for me,
Yeah.
that was like, oh yeah, she's a boss.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when
Yeah.
she met with Vel, like even those tiny little moments, the way they've played it, the words they're saying, how they're saying it is just done to perfection. And then Selvig, I mean, basically he's had start. If you just compiled all his moments,
Yeah. That's
it
Emmy. It's
start,
an Emmy, right?
Man, Emmy worthy. Just
Yeah,
back to that episode when they're on the ship after he comes and rescues him, or takes him and they escape together, where he calls Andor out for his bullshit. Even then, I was like, oh damn, like this guy's they're doing this, like,
yeah,
and then you see him talk the way he talks to Vel about getting her to sack up. It was just so bloody good,
yeah, and
and just
that's why it's hard for me to say this is the best episode of all the episodes there were, because every
mm,
episode needs the previous and the next episode to work. Um,
mhm.
so I can't actually pick like a favorite episode or rate them individually. Um, it all works so well together to get us to buy into that world.
Yeah, and the fact that we're seeing it once a week, like one a week, is I think is adding because we're getting to digest it and think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
like if you're watching it back to back, you'll miss things like this,
true,
and you'll
true.
definitely miss it. I missed a question by often. He says, "Do we think we get feature length episode last two episodes?" I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know, but
Be cool.
usually it's already known,
Yeah. Well, it
right?
might even be on IMDb. I'll have
Usually
to check.
people, yeah, usually people know.
Might even be on IMDb. Definitely have to check.
But I think
But
it'll
definitely,
just be 2 hours. Um, so one hour episode, just like this one, right? This
just like
one
what
was
it's
like
been.
57 or something.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Yeah,
Now, this is all before the action starts. So, when you're going through, we didn't need as many clips for the action. And I thought I'd pick this one that I often sent through that where he goes through and breaks the water. At first, I was wondering, I thought this would be cutting power to something, but it was to flood the floor.
yeah, yeah,
Now, was it flood the floor to short circuit it when they fry it? Right.
yeah.
That's the what I'm taking away from it. So that makes sense. I didn't get that at first. I thought he was just trying to shut power down or break into the power. I didn't realize he was trying to flood the freaking floor.
Yeah, so
And-
last episode I thought it was going to be to cut the power, but then it started spraying all over. That made it clear.
yeah, it did. Which is again just a smart idea.
Yeah,
I love how they never explained how they got into the wall, but I guess neither
yeah,
here nor
not
there.
needed. Not needed.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Let's
Yeah.
skip over that.
On
Um,
program.
on program, get back to program. Don't question anything. In the trailer, they showed space battles we haven't seen yet. Oh, I
Huh?
think Darth Troopers episode probably next week. Oh, Death Troopers, sorry, Darth Troopers.
Hmm.
Death Troopers episode probably next week. Man, I don't know what's going to happen next week. I just know that I I don't know if I've been this hyped to watch a show in a long, long time. I cannot wait to see what happens next. Honestly.
Kind of makes sense, right? Because in Rogue One we've also seen Death Troopers taking away Jin's parents.
Hmm.
Um, so they're like the bloodhounds getting the people for the Empire. So
Hmm.
maybe they're going to send the Death Troopers for Andor and same guy, Melshi.
Melchi. Actually, Lakagi. Shout out to Lakagi because I know he can't be here right now. Um, he sent me a picture. He had the subtitles on, and it said his name on the screen.
Yeah,
It
so
was
for the rundown, I always have the subtitles up, and I look at the end game at the end credits, just to see who played who. So
Hmm.
that's like a habit I picked up because of the rundown. So thank you. Life will never be the same.
Life will never be the same. Often says Andor needed a Rita Hayworth poster to
Yeah.
cover that panel. Whistle, whistle. Oh man. But that bit was cool. And then we get into the action, which was
Oh,
amazing. The stand, yeah, straight into it, mate. We skipped ahead here because we saved some pictures for obviously for
Tales.
Tales of the Jedi. But man, this is when it kicked off. Like I love the escape. It happened pretty quickly, but I guess they had to in the space of
Yeah.
of time. They got through the facility pretty damn quick. But I'm okay with that. It was more about the speech. I mean, he also, we're forgetting Luthen's speech was that good. Sorry, Selvig's speech was that good that we forget about how good his speech was. His speech was phenomenal,
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um, and I liked how he was scared to do it because he
Yeah.
got
He had
there.
like a mini arc inside the speech, so that was cool.
It was right.
Yeah.
Attack! The floor is lava. Ah!
Always lava.
It's basically. Oh man, attack! Yeah, that was cool. A few of the guys that I liked got taken out there, and it's funny. I say the guys that I liked, we hardly saw anything of them, but you feel for them, like you're in with them in the episode, uh, which was just more credit to how good the writing was. I felt
Yeah.
bad for the characters that got killed. Were you happy with like how they escaped, the way the plan worked, the action sequence? I felt
Yeah.
bad for the guy that was working with him
I felt bad
that
for
got
the
killed.
shoes. They were just hanging on the wall and they didn't pick up the shoes. But other than
Not bad.
that, it was fine. Yeah, it was certainly cool. I
Yeah.
like the tension when Claw was telling everyone to stay on program, and he
Mm,
said stay on program, but he said don't do anything yet, but stay awake, keep alert. We're going
mm,
to go in any second now. So that was cool.
yeah. The the panic that was on one of the other guys too. Remember, he was like, I want to get out, I want to get out, or whatever.
Yeah,
I want to stop. That was just nice little touches of building the tension of it would be an intense moment. You're like potentially about to get killed,
yeah,
trying to escape. Like
yeah.
the anticipation. Be almost like anticipating a delivery for a new hot toy. The anticipation building up. Not quite.
I would. They won't do it, but I would love a prison kino.
Yeah. The pushing close up of Sylvia. I'm getting the
And
names
so,
mixed up. Bloody hell. Yeah. His acting was superb. Yeah. I mean, he's a great
yeah,
physical actor. He's done so
yes,
many different characters and animals throughout his time for films. He is a master. When he goes to run, actually, and they run, and he goes attack, and right after this, he goes to run. Just reminded me of Planet of the Apes. The way because he would do all the running movements
mm,
for those characters and things.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
why. Just imagine him running as an ape.
yeah.
No way, random. The escape seemed natural, says AJ. I felt breaking the pipe took a bit long, but the rest seemed natural. Yeah, I guess he had to put some work.
Yeah, it should
Uh,
take long as well because you don't know how thick the pipe is, and you can't
mm.
risk flooding the thing before the escape starts. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to time that.
Imagine if you did. And you're like, oh shit, it's over.
Too early, too early. Often it's going
Uh,
Braveheart.
yeah, it was kind of Bravehearty, that
Yeah.
charge. His run was right. His run was hilarious when he runs. Like, I'm glad someone else noticed that run.
This one was
Um,
hilarious.
no, I skipped a lot of the pictures you sent me off and of the fight because I had to condense it down to 14 for this one as a Tails. But then we get to the speech, which is this
Yeah,
is a great shot. His facial expressions, the acting in this part was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That speech too. This would have been the highlight of the episode. Like
this or
this could
Selvig
easily
ones.
be
Selvig's ones about his sacrifice is the
Selvig's.
highlight of the episode.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. This could have been, but then
Ah,
they
yeah,
go and
yeah, yeah.
throw
You're
in
right. You're
Selvig's
right.
at the end. Like, we're not done yet. Boom! Let's just throw another one in
Yeah,
at the end of the episode
yeah,
because this was amazing. The way they filmed it, how they showed everybody running. Like when he starts going one way out, like man, like this was his moment, and then they
yeah.
kind of stole it from him with Selvig at the end.
It's totally from him.
They
But
stole
there's still
justice
there's
for Kino.
yeah, there's still everyone's thunder with Selvig again in an episode. So
Man, like he's probably watching that back and goes, "Man, I just had the highlight of the episode," and then boom, Selvig comes in, boss,
yeah.
drops it, which was crazy. What do we got here? Floaties for Kino. Who the hell is this?
Lotus
Who's
for Kino.
Wait, is this Andre?
It
Andre,
should be. It should be. It should be
is
Andre.
this Andre? Tell me. I gotta know. Mr.
Lotus
Renz,
for
because that one
Kino.
just blew me away. Love this scene, but I was waiting for Kino to say apes together strong. Oh, Renz. He just always reminds me of Schmeagol with that face.
Yeah,
I can
it does.
never unsee it. I can never unsee it. Cinematography, writing, acting in this scene is fire. Yeah, and the building, the music, showing everybody starting to climb. And he's like, climb. I love it when he says, if we fight as hard as we've worked, that. And here's the thing: I know we just freaking ride this show so hard on how much we love it, but I'm sorry, like it's just so many little things. I don't know if I notice it more because I'm so into the show, but when he says a line like that, when he says, "If we fight as hard as we've worked,"
Yeah,
you feel it
yeah,
because we've seen how hard they've been made to work. There's weight to that statement
yeah,
because they've earned that statement by what they've showed us, right?
yeah. Wait, I'm kind of thinking about floaties for Kino, because he doesn't have a membership, so maybe it's Lokage, right? Or couldn't
No,
Lokage?
well, I'm pretty sure Lukagi's at work.
Because I thought Andre got one last time,
He did. Everybody but
right?
Offen, because Offen's not allowed. Yeah, I mean,
He has the spanner. Often got the spanner
but
to make fur.
Flotus and Keno, let us know who you are, you
Look at
mystery
the
person.
avatar.
It's
The
the best
avatar is
avatar ever.
hilarious.
That's the best avatar. Oh man, I really wish he would have jumped and just tried.
Floaties. Yeah, with a
Go
floaty, he
out
would have.
swinging. Yeah, I mean, a floaty
If
would have been fine.
only.
Look, he could have just killed someone else and used their body as a floaty,
Yeah, it doesn't
right?
work like that.
Damn it. You sure?
Yeah, because you sink as soon as you exhale. You just sink. You get a sinky for Kino. Kino knows that.
Ah, fine. If someone could just hold their breath, he could hold on to them and
Yeah, and I
then
think Andor was trying to
push.
think of a way to save him, but just got
He
pushed
was.
out. Yeah.
He was. Look, after
Go
this,
with the
the
flow.
next the next picture is probably the best picture taken, because it's my one, that I'm going to show.
Is it screen and
It
Andor again?
really, yeah. So this one here is this is the look on his face right before he gets knocked off. I tried to capture it as he was getting like that look. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
bit blurry because it was a quick
this is
shot.
like. Can you go back to the last picture?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this one's okay.
So this is
This one's
like
okay.
when Hot Toys is doing a figure,
Mhm.
or Queen Studios, is doing a figure, and then you go to the next one. That's Star
The
Race. That's
future.
the Star
The
Race
future.
Andor.
What do you reckon, guys? Hey, Floaty Sakino, you got to be with me on this one. You got to be with me on this one. Who the hell is Floaty Sakino? Oh my god, I need to know. This is going to haunt me all week. You bastard. This is Sparta. Credits to First Lukaku. Yeah, that was a good on Insta.
Yeah, it was.
He's back. I think this was karma for the time Schmeagol drowned a guy in Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
he deserved it. He had it coming.
Oh man! But look, I can't believe you said Star Race. That's in my head now. You bastard! this is the version of Andor of Star Race makes one. From a distance, if you squint your eyes a little bit, it can be all right.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Yeah.
Star Race.
Look, so I shoot from the hip, okay, guys. Like this was just a quick catching it in the moment as it was playing. Look, my reflexes are sometimes so quick the camera can't hold up.
Can't
How
cope. The
quick I
camera
am.
can't cope.
The camera cannot
Obviously.
cope with
Obviously.
my skills. So yeah, I mean, I've got to add the new slide, so we're going to keep that picture up there for a second.
Yeah.
Did you again? This was another moment in the show that really built, you felt it. I felt like real disappointment for him because I
Yeah.
did not expect that to happen. When he says I can't swim, I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like what is going to happen? And then he gets knocked off, and I'm like, that's so like real life though. That's kind of like what would happen, right?
Yeah. It just got trampled.
Man, that was so just heartbreaking. I thought it was heartbreaking. Because I think Andor really wanted him,
Yeah.
he felt it. And I hope they show that in next episode. I hope they show him sad. I want to see him sad for Kino. I really do.
Sad for Kino. Hashtag sad for
Yeah.
Kino.
Hashtag sad for Kino. I want to see that. What do we got here? AJ says, exactly. I felt so many scenes from this show. It's awesome. Yeah. This bit broke my heart. It really did. I was going to get a picture of his face as well, but just
we
not
know.
enough space today.
Yeah.
And this shot's pretty cool. That's a cool shot. It is a fair distance to swim. I'll give him that. I wouldn't have made that. I'd die. I wouldn't be able to swim that far. I would probably die also.
Dory would drown. Okay.
I would definitely
Maybe you
drown.
just swim circles.
Why am I not getting anywhere? Oh man! Like this could have been the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's what I thought exactly.
It could literally have been the end of the episode. Like we just had this emotional moment. Kalor has given the speech of his life. And then we've had our hearts broken that he can't, and then Andor doesn't get a chance to save him. This
Yeah.
is what I feel like this is. He's thinking about how he can, I feel like he would have helped him. He would have offered to help him,
Yeah.
but just the trampling of the crowd just ruined that. Man, that's just moments
After
like
crowd.
that. Yeah, fucking bastards. So then we go from that. Not much to talk about that scene, but then we come to here. Which when I saw him go into the elevator, I was like, "Holy crap, he's the guy!"
Yeah.
Right?
At first,
Uh,
for a second I thought he was the minion, the Deadra minion, and it didn't make any sense. And I thought, no, it's the other ranking officer.
Yeah. When Hot Toys make okay head sculpts, collectors be like Andor saying, "Is that the best you got?" Oh man, but the fact that he is the insider also again shows how smart Selvig is and how much work they're putting into this rebellion
Yeah.
to really infiltrate the Empire, and how I want to know more about him now. How has he been able to infiltrate? How has he been able to stay on point without getting found out? He looks like a bit of a mousy type of guy, right? He's, I guess, unsuspecting. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I really want to go back and see if he's doing anything in those other episodes, if he's being dodgy at all or looking funny or
photobombing every scene.
yeah. Imagine if you go back there and he's doing like a look like this.
Yeah,
It's
so like I said, I think he'll be in the circle there with the CIA guys when they're talking Blevin and their podcast first time.
Yeah. Now, from memory, correct me if I'm wrong, he's not the guy that was with Deidre a lot, giving her intel, was he?
No, he
That's
wasn't
someone.
Minion. Minion is someone else. That's what I said. First,
Yeah,
the second I
yeah.
thought he was going to be Minion, but he's like the same level. They both have, I think, 3 of those blue squares, maybe 2.
Yeah.
3.
Renza's saying, we need to help each other. When someone's confused, when someone's lost, when someone can't swim, you get them moving and you keep them moving one way out. Damn. Renz, we got to drop the heart bombs like that. And no one helped him. Well, we don't know that. Maybe someone does help him.
Yeah,
Man,
probably not.
I love that. Again, amazing speech, star of the episode, and then they're just like, sorry, Kino, because
thanks.
the big dog's in town.
Save yourself.
Man, the big dog. This entire scene is probably one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. I've been waiting to get here. I've been going quick because I just wanted to get to this scene because I absolutely just I think he's my favorite character in the whole show.
Yeah.
I think he's literally my favorite character in the whole show. And they're just sprinkling bits of him and teasing me. I want just a show of him and Mon Mothma. Like that's how much I love their characters. I just want that world. I want to see more of that world. Because
he could have like a spin-off. Just right.
I hope so.
Yeah.
ISP should arrest him for that, Tash. Look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense though, because they have to go into A New Hope. So they actually have to go into like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
70s, 80s.
That's right. That's true. Often says Renz, it's like Cap's speech in Ultron. If you die, shake it off.
Shake it
Love
off.
that.
Yeah.
Shake it off. Oh, we've got a new person. Welcome. #unimpressed. Selvig speech is fire.
Yeah.
Wait. Who is this?
This is not a new one because he knows how to hurt you. First of all, he has a Jewish mom. Second of all, he's saying he's unimpressed by Selvig's speech.
He's saying Selvig's speech is fire. His name is #unimpressed.
Oh yeah.
Who are you? Who are you? Is this S-Beam?
No. Probably
I think
sleeping.
#unimpressed is floaties for Kino, and they're just super quick at changing their profile.
Could be, could
Guys,
be.
something is
I
afoot.
think
We
so.
need
I
to
think
solve
so.
this. we need to
Floaties for
find
Kino.
out
That
what.
was awesome.
Well, if you are a real person, I don't mean to um, attack you, but thanks for dropping by. Thanks for joining the team. John, I think you have new people here, but maybe same people, different names. Who knows, Renz? But I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
same
It's
guy.
just another.
It's just same guys.
Gotta be Lakagi. It's a ninja. Gotta be Lakagi. Uh, this poor person's. No, my thing is really #unimpressed. I love
I'm
it.
impressed. I love
I
Jewish
love
mom.
it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a cool avatar. Okay, so back to the speech. Back to the speech. These are the last two slides. I don't know what it was, but when he's standing there, the fact that it's up high and they're on a bridge, something about Star Wars being up high on bridges with, we could fall off and fall to your death really easily. But seeing his cape, like he's got a cape, like he's a hero. He's got a cape.
Yeah.
Seeing that flow in the wind when he delivers this speech, like Kiko Collects, a guy who does YouTube as well. He posted the speech written out on his Insta, and I thought shout out to Kiko as well. He loved that speech as well, and
Yeah.
when you read it as well as watching it, like I could go back and just watch this speech over and over. Seriously, he's even now becoming one of my favorite actors just by how he plays this character, the way he talks, how he
Yeah, and
Anthony, take over.
the cool
Can't
part
think.
is that Lonnie is saying to him, "What are you sacrificing?" And at the
Mm.
moment that Lonnie is saying it, excuse me, we either go like wrong Tash guy, 80s Tash guy, or like Ginger Spy. But the moment that he's saying it, at that time I thought he's right because Selvig is
Mm,
pulling the strings and he has everyone risking everything, and then he
mm.
comes with the speech, which is even more powerful because the series had me thinking the same thing as Lonnie. And then Selvig comes with the speech and it hits like a bomb.
It hit like a bomb, man. I burn my life. What do you say? I burn my life.
Like
When he
every
says,
chance of happiness and any light or
yeah,
whatever. It was good.
I share my dreams with ghosts. I burn my life for a sunrise that I will never see. And oh man, oh, the delivery, the line, whoever wrote that, great work, but it's not just whoever wrote it; it's the delivery. And I don't know if it's just
It's
his
both.
voice. I love his voice, the way, the gravel in his voice. He's got a
Yeah.
very just commanding voice. I feel like he's
Yeah, that's it.
a great voice actor. It's how he delivers it. It's the shooting of the scene. Like to go back and
Mhm.
forth between that shot there when the cape's flowing in the wind. It's something just about that is it's very espionage esque the way it
It's very
is. He doesn't
cyberpunky, right?
right? Yeah, it is. He doesn't even come out of the elevator. I love that. He's just standing there, like he just stays in there. And
Yeah.
I love how he's like, "You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Like you'll keep doing it.
Yeah, no. You don't have a
You're gonna
choice.
keep. You don't have a choice. You're gonna keep doing it." And I could imagine being in front of him. You're gonna be like, "Okay, you're the
Okay.
alpha.
You're right.
You're right." Uh, Selvig is so much better at monologuing now than Loki. Yeah. Oh man, he's a long way from that character. I mean, he's so good in this as this character. I may have
Yeah.
to change him. I might actually have to call him Luthen, but Selvig will always be in. Now
It sounds so natural, Selvig.
I don't know. It
Yeah, I
does,
know.
right?
Yeah, it
Um,
does.
I want him as a hot toy. I don't care if it's a boring figure. Some people think it's a boring figure. I just want hot toys to make that character just because of
Yeah.
how powerful he is. Um, he's just such a oh man. Anybody else in the chat? What did you guys think? Are you on the hype train as us? Like, were you as hyped about this conversation? Um,
Yeah, but to be
do
honest,
you
you
think?
only need like a Selvig head sculpt, right? Because the figure's already there.
Yeah, I guess you could. Oh, wait, we got Butch in the house. Did you guys start
Yo.
early, or am I late tuning in? Hello, hey Anthony. Hey, thanks, Anthony. You did a great job with the cap on your
Thanks,
channel.
man.
Love it.
Thanks, man.
Now back to the show. I'd say that's back to the show. Thanks for being here, Butch. We started at the same time as always, mate. I did forget to post about it yesterday because, yeah, I'm an idiot. But I just posted a story this morning. I completely forgot. I had a busy day yesterday, so I do apologize. But man, probably I'm trying to decide. You're right. It's hard to think what my favorite part of the series is. This has got to be up there with one of my favorite parts of the series because it encapsulates everything, not just for him, but everything that Mon Mothma is doing as well.
Yeah, and Often's right because of daylight saving, this show has been like an hour early for me the last couple of weeks, so it will be for half a year. But I don't know where you are, Butch. So
Butch is in the States, I think, right?
Okay,
You're in the States, Butch. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it might be an hour earlier for you now.
yeah.
I'm all on the hype train for this show and would buy a few hot toys if they put them out. Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
AJ. I think after this episode, like I'm surprised we haven't seen anything announced for the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like not a figure at all.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, Andor is not really the main character at the minute. Like it doesn't feel like he is. I mean, he is, but he's not.
He is.
It's
he
really
is.
You reckon? I feel like it's more.
Yeah,
of an
because
ensemble
the whole
now.
show, it kind of the whole show's arc is about starting of rebellion. It's the exact same arc as Andor is having, and he's the only one who has that arc, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. AJ says, "Yep, I'm in the States here too. Actually, like the earlier start time. Cool. So it's an hour earlier.
Yeah, but I think Butch has to work, right? So he usually came back from work, and
Yeah.
then he could watch it. But now he's just in work, at work.
Damn. Sorry, Butch. Can't wait for the art and making of the Andor hardcover. Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And the behind the series, because I'm sure they've done one of those like they've done for Mando. That'll be
Yeah.
fire. Because I love the Mando ones. They're amazing. Behind the scenes. Yeah, man. I don't know. I just. Well, some of my favorite TV. This might be my favorite show that I've watched this year. I'm trying to think about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even more than Moon Knight. Because I
Yeah.
loved watching Moon Knight and everything that we started with. That was great. But this as just. I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just so enthralling, so serious, and yeah, I love it. Love it. What about
It's
you
just
guys? What's
quality.
been your
Even if it's not your taste, it's just quality.
Yeah, and I feel bad for the people who didn't even give it a chance. Like you're missing out, bro. Like that's you know, right? All the Star Wars people who didn't give it a shot are like, it's too slow, it's too boring. Like, what the f are you guys talking about?
Yeah, often gives
Like,
us
seriously.
10 out of 5 slushies.
Well, we might as well rate it. I'm 5 out of 5. That's all I'm saying. 5 out of 5 for the episode.
Yeah, 4.5 or 5 out of 5. I don't know, but it's awesome.
Say 5. Do it. Do it now. Not 4.
Yeah,
Not 4.5. 5. Do it.
5.
Do
Yeah.
it. 5.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
You like it even more than the rundown, John? No, rundown. Okay, hang on. Not excluding my shows. Not including my shows.
Shows plural.
Yeah, come on, shows. I got shows, bro. It's like I'm like Ludacris. I got shows. That's an old school
Ludacris. White Ludacris.
I got everybody, and if anybody can remember that song, I'm showing my age now.
Yeah.
Grandma Flagon, who is this? Yeah, I'll give it 5 out of 5. Also, I am your god. This is freaking hilarious. I don't want to know who you are. I don't want to know. Just keep it a secret. I think this is.
Go see the Avatar. Oh, it's Iron Man, but he must have done something with the Iron Man Avatar, right?
Oh shit! Ludicrous Dory, really, you bastard. Even Lani's burning me now. When we went to see Black Panther, she's like, "No sleeping Dory today," and I didn't. I did not sleep through Black Panther. What kind of That's true. That's true.
What was the line again?
What?
From Ludacris. It has the song which has
I
like the
got
same line, right?
shows. I got hose. Oh yeah, different hose in different area codes or something.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, even Renz is like, Grandma Logan, are you first the kaki? We don't want to know. Let's keep it a secret. You are the best. I love that name. I might change my YouTube. I might change my whole YouTube channel to Grandma Logan. What do you reckon, guys? Oh man. Oh shit. Different area codes. Yeah, that's it. Different area codes. Renz is going to be like all day now. Like, who the
Must be
hell is
same
this?
guy. Must be same guy, and it's just anonymous guy.
I don't know. I love it. Grandma Logan. Oh, that is freaking hilarious. Hashtag anonymous guy. Oh man. Well, look, that's the last slide for Andor. So I'm going to add Tales. Anything else you want to wrap up with Andor on that episode, Anthony? Any guys in the chat?
No.
You guys want to say anything else about that episode, or are we just going to move on to
2
Tales
more
of the Jedi?
episodes. Yeah.
I know. I can't wait. I just want to see.
I think-
Do you
I
think?
think-
Okay, let's. You
Yeah.
go.
I think Luthen will get into the frame more because this scene kind of
Mm.
shows that he's going to get his hands dirty a bit more. I think we'll see Saw Gerrera.
Mm.
I think it's badass that he's just sacrificing 50 guys of the Krieger group just to keep Lonnie in place.
Yeah.
That's savage, man.
That is savage. All right. I think we should add a new segment to the show. What do you think? I'm just thinking of it now. We should make a prediction for what we think is going to happen at the end of the series. Where do we think it's going to go? I personally think Andor's going to go back to his mum, and he's going to bump into Syntha. He's going to bump into Syntha. I think that's going to happen.
Why does he need to bump into Syntha? So I think he's going
Is
to
she
get
going to try
captured.
and kill him?
No,
She's going to try and kill him.
No, I think he's going to get captured. Oh, maybe. But I think he's going to get captured, and then either she's going to kill him for the rebellion, because we know that she's all out for the rebellion and she'd do anything. So either she tries to kill him so he doesn't give any information, or she rescues him.
Interesting. Do you think we'll see Flash again? Female Flash? Do you think she'll be there?
I don't know.
Yes, I don't know. Now, look at this. I'd done a Tatiana and copyrighted the name. Okay, so you're definitely one of
Titania.
us. Yes.
Hulk.
Titania. Sorry, Tatiana.
She-Hulk.
Titania. Who are you? Are you Kevin? Big Selving die, get Saw to act. Don't even dare imply that Selving's going to die. Don't
you think he's going to
dare.
die? I don't think so. Not yet.
I don't think he's going to die. Prediction: Andor dies in.
Yeah,
that would be.
I don't think you'll get any good odds on that bet, because everyone will bet the same.
That's a great idea. Bet. No, it's not, AJ. We don't want Selvig to die. Come on, bro. He needs his own show. I need more.
He needs a spin-off.
I need more.
But they all could use a spin-off. I could watch a House of Cards games-ish series with Mon Mothma and Party Boy and Lover Boy.
Hey, yeah,
and,
Love Triangle.
I could see like a Selvig one
with his assistant.
I don't need to see a Bix and replacement Timmy one, but a Marvel one could be cool, because she's into Rebellion now. Everyone could have one.
That's true.
Yeah,
man. I bet you're I'd be interested to see whether, like at Disney, at Star Wars, what they're thinking about how well this show is doing. I'd really be interested in the numbers, because I hope it does well. If it's a show I like, I always hope it does well, because if it does well, then there's a chance they'll do more.
Yeah,
because I've had plenty of shows in the past that I love that get cancelled because they don't do well enough in the grand
I think they've
scheme of
shaken up the thing. I think I heard that they had like the wrong numbers to go off on at first, and then they corrected it, and then did really well.
Good.
Yeah.
I forgot about these guys. We needed Twin Peaks and DJ Star Wars X-Files. Oh, damn. That's a great idea. That is a great idea.
Cool.
Yeah. And look, if he doesn't kill his mother first, I still feel like he could kill her
Yeah, he
and
will.
choke her
He
out.
will.
But yeah, that was well. Look, that brings us to the end of the episode. My prediction is he's going to go back. He's going to interact with Syntha somehow. And honestly, other than that, I don't really know what's going to happen. Of what I think is going to happen, I don't know what's going to happen with Selvig. I think maybe Mon Mothma's going to maybe, if they show her let him back in with his son, then that tells us where
She
she's
will.
at with what
She
she's
will.
willing
She
to do.
will. Yeah.
Do you guys in the chat think that's what she's going to do? Let's go. Let's see. Let's add some stakes to the next episode. Do we think Anthony is right? Do we think Mon Mothma is going to hoe out her daughter for the rebellion?
It's a meeting.
There's a chance.
It's a meeting, John.
I think it's hoeing her out, to be honest. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a meeting, or do you think she's hoeing
Yeah,
her
and
out
she
for the
will.
rebellion?
She will.
Often think she will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's too deep. Too deep.
Yeah.
She's in too deep.
On the other hand, she needs to get found out somewhere.
Because
She leaves her family, she leaves her home, and she is going full rebellion, of course. So,
yeah, so that's going to be interesting. That'll probably be a really, if they play it right, that could be a really emotional, hectic like sequence of her having to leave everything and everyone.
Yeah,
I hope they do that. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. But that puts us to the end of Andor episode 10. 5 out of 5 slushies, 10 out of 5 slushies. Mon Mothra is basically Viserys' next episode. Damn. Will Tay go with her, or will Tay get killed? I think Tay's going to bite the dust. I think something could happen and Tay could bite the dust. What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm kind of thinking that he seems like a friend, but then he's jealous, and he'll give her up.
Oh, you reckon?
I don't know. We've only seen one side of him, and there's no character with just one side in the series. So
yeah,
we'll see.
That's true. Well, we already know he knows a criminal, and he's willing to. So he's dodgy somewhere.
Yeah,
to a degree. Yeah, very exciting. Can't wait to see it. Like Timmy, maybe. Timmy, maybe. Party bro might be a spy and kill Tay.
Could be. Or not a real spy, but his friends are like of the Empire, because the friends who he thinks are the fun people are just the Empire's right hand, right?
He could sell her out. I was thinking that, AJ.
Yeah.
There's Party bro sell my mother out. I think he could. Also, or even the daughter. I think it'd be more hurtful if the daughter does it. If the daughter snitches to the dad. You know what I mean? Because if think about it this way, if she does get the criminal guy to come back, meet the daughter, she might think something's up, go snitch to her dad, and they definitely not first Lukaku.
Floaty Shakino is going at it. Definitely not first Lukaku.
I still don't know if it's you, Lukaku. I still don't know, because I'm like, maybe this person's just saying that because we've said, although you put the first in there, that could be a giveaway, because we just said Lukaku. I think we got you. We got you figured out, bro.
Yeah, it should be
it's gonna haunt my dreams.
It's Andre. We're missing Andre.
It's not Andre.
Where's Andre?
Andre's at your mum's house. Who knows? I knew it. We've got our own little mystery and espionage this episode, guys. He looks like a Jedi, actually. Yeah. All right, let's get on to Tales before we hear all night. Anthony's got missions to run. First episode. Now, I will admit, guys, it was a bit of a effort for me to get to watch these. I only just actually watched them last night, so they're fresh in my mind. I've got one slide for each show. I have not watched any of the animated series before, so I'm coming in pretty fresh. So I would like your guys' assistance to help break down this episode of what you think. Anthony, I'm going to probably rely a little bit more on yourself as to maybe given me some backstory on some of these things. Now I understand that this is Ahsoka as a baby, and when they find out
Yeah.
she's a Jedi.
I don't think there's
What do you think the purpose
very
of this
much.
series is? Like,
Sorry.
do you know? Do you know what the purpose of this whole series is? Is it just like shorts,
Well,
basically?
I think it's to provide more of a background to a time that we didn't see before. And the cool thing is that it spans like a couple of episodes of the movies, right? And um,
Mm,
and it's mostly about relationships between two people.
mhm.
Because oh wait, Often Studios didn't see it yet. Tales of the Jedi. So maybe we should check if people have
Oh,
seen it.
oh, geez. Have you guys seen anybody else not seen it? I don't think we'll really give anything away, right? It's not really one of those things where you can give away.
Yeah, we will though if we're going to do every 6 episodes, all the episodes.
Mm. Often, that's another warning, bro. That's a strike. That's a strike.
Is this strike 2 or 1?
This is strike two. This is strike two.
Oh,
You got one more. I'll remove that spanner. I am God. I will remove your spanner. I've seen it all over the
remove
series.
it. Swear to God, I'll remove this banner. It would be cool, right? If you if you say that like to your colleagues at work, I swear to God, I'll
Yeah,
remove this banner.
I'll remove it. I'm going to ban myself, spanner power. Well, look, we're too deep now. We've got to give it to the fans. We've got to go. Often, what do you want to do? Definitely not the Kogi. Ahsoka as a baby seems stronger than I am as an adult.
True, true.
Yeah, that is uh, definitely me too. I didn't know what the heck was going on in this episode, to be honest.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
go for it.
for a rundown, this is like the easiest episode to cover.
Mm,
Because I think the series focuses on relationships between two people in this era,
mhm,
and it's mostly Force users. And there's like this tradition between these people, and like traditionally they go on a hunt apparently at
mhm,
1 year old, and Ahsoka's 1 year old at this moment, so mom's taking her on a hunt. Um, Mom doesn't seem too capable at
no.
being a huntress, though, which is a bit weird if this is like a tradition of your tribe, because you
Mm,
should kind of know which creatures you could go for and which are a bit of a problem. But I think
100%.
this only gives like a short backstory about how Ahsoka was born, and that at even 1 year of age, she has like beast control. And beast control is like the same thing that Anakin did when he was in the arena.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember it. I think it was Attack of the Clones, right? The
I watched
movie,
it not that long ago.
and where Anakin was using beast control to, yeah, to control the. I don't know what the beast was called though, but the beast in the arena, and he rode it
Yeah.
together with Padme. But so it kind of shows that even at 1 year old, she could do this. So that was
Yeah.
cool,
Okay.
and for me, that was the most important thing about this whole episode.
Was learning that she had that ability from such a young age.
Yeah,
That makes sense. At first, because I didn't understand Ahsoka's backstory as much, so this was helpful for. I guess thinking about it, it was helpful for me to see something like this because the whole episode, I'm thinking, why wouldn't this cat just eat her? Then it makes sense that when you explain it, that for someone who isn't as depth on her backstory, that shows how strong she is with the Force. I
yeah,
feel like this show basically focused more on her and Count Dooku,
yeah.
right? Like this series,
Her and
this
Dooku.
first season, I guess.
Yeah,
And I actually quite enjoyed the Dooku stuff. So
yeah,
first episode, I guess that basically explains it. You're learning about Ahsoka's backstory, learning that she has beast control and she's strong with the Force. That's really all we really need to talk about it. To be fair, it's not
yeah,
that long.
yeah.
And then we go to episode 2. This one was okay. It wasn't didn't knock my socks off.
Yeah, I liked it
Um,
because I just really like Dooku, and
mm,
I always felt that in the prequels, Dooku was misunderstood. I always felt like he didn't go
really?
full Sith, and he kind of has this scene with Obi-Wan where he says that he would really wanted Qui-Gon to join him, which of
Mm,
course would never work if he was full blown Sith. So I think he had his own plans. I think he
mm,
didn't agree with the Jedi. I think he didn't agree with the Sith, but he just had his own plans. But he
mm.
just agreed to go with the Sith because it gave the most options to do to separate himself. And the cool thing
Yeah.
about this one was because this is where the both Qui Gon and Dooku, because
Mm,
they're like two sides of the same coin.
mm,
They both see the faults in the Senate,
mm.
and the cool part is that it also harkens back to Andor, right? It's the Andor is also about what Republic is doing to people, and over here
Yeah.
they're kind of seeing the Senate are just fat and lazy, and they don't care about the people in the Republic. Um, and they're both like, we serve the people in the Republic and not the Senate. They're pretty strict
Yeah.
on that, both of them. So both Qui Gon and Dooku. Well, the weird part for
Mm.
me was that Qui Gon didn't really look like a younger Qui Gon to me. He just looked like an old guy with short hair. So that
Yeah.
kind of threw me off. But he's supposed to be like a younger Qui Gon.
A younger Qui-Gon. I know
Yeah,
at first because I'm like, who is this guy? Until they, said his name basically.
yeah. And when they were attacked, Dooku was about to go all out. He just force choked the senator.
Yeah.
He threw Qui Gon away with his force power while holding a saber, and he was about to kill him. And then Qui Gon held him back. And I feel that is very important for the next episodes
Mm,
because he really relied on Qui Gon to just keep him on the light side of things. Because Dooku
mm.
is really threading like between dark and light, just like Master Windu
Mm.
is. At, um, and um, and Qui Gon held him in the light, which
Yeah.
to me becomes very important, and also has a double meaning in the line he says after Qui Gon dies. But that's for later.
Yeah. That's true because I was thinking about it when you're saying there, like Dooku is kind of like the Punisher, like check my reference. So he's going down that route of like he's willing to kill the bad guys, what
Yeah,
he's still being a good guy, but he has that in him. He has that darker side in him where he'll kill him. You know what I mean? And I think you're right. Seeing Qui-Gon, he's truly good. Keep him on task, basically. Keep him on the lighter side. That makes more sense. The
yeah.
way you explained it makes way more sense to me now
And the fun thing
after
is
watching
that
it.
they both don't agree with the Jedi Council or with the Senate. They
Mm,
both see that the Jedi are becoming puppets of the Senate, and that the Senate is just fat, lazy, and doesn't care about people. But the way they
yeah.
go about it is different. Qui Gon is, to me, Qui Gon of all the Jedi there have ever been, Qui Gon is the most Jedi of them all, and he just serves the will of the Force.
Mm,
Um, and Dooku is also kind of a Jedi in the fact that he cares about the people of the Republic, but he
mm,
doesn't care how he does it, and he becomes angry and
yeah.
disillusioned, and he puts that into the Force as well.
Yeah. Man, that makes so much more sense. Let's see what AJ says. AJ says, I agree that this episode showed he felt about the Jedi and the Senate doing things wrong. It was a great setup. Yeah,
Yeah, and the cool
makes sense.
thing about this show is that they make it look like the prequels are all a setup to this, or I mean, they make this look like it was actually thought up before the prequels,
Mm,
which makes the prequels having scenes that are like a callback to this, which is obviously
yeah,
not because this is recent and the prequels aren't.
yeah.
But
But
it's very
still,
well
really
done.
well done. Very
Yeah.
well done.
So Dave Filoni
Look,
understands Star Wars like no other, except George Lucas, of course. So
yeah.
I would give Dave Filoni creative control of everything concerning Star Wars. Make him like the Feige of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I would
I
love
thought
that.
he was. I thought he was the
No,
Feige.
no, no.
No. Who's still in charge then? Who is in
Yeah,
charge?
I
Does
think
anybody
it's
know?
mostly Kathleen Kennedy still.
Oh, geez. Okay.
It's which
Mm,
is fine for other movies because she's done great movies, right? She did like
mm,
Goonies and E.T., I think. But she done great
Mm.
movies, but I don't think she understands Star Wars. So if you don't understand Star Wars, it's very difficult to hire someone who does, because you don't recognize that people actually understand it.
Mm.
Dave Filoni would.
That's interesting. Filoni definitely would.
Yeah.
Willie Woodson, what's up, brother? Thanks for being
welcome
here.
back.
I wonder if we've missed some people this week because of the time change. I think it could be. It's starting to become apparent. People are coming in later this episode.
Or maybe because of Adesanya versus Pereira. I don't know.
There's also that, yes.
Yeah.
Dooku is kind of like an anti-hero, says AJ.
Yeah.
True
I
that.
think so.
Yeah,
Which made
actually,
the fact that he was killed by Anakin, or that the Emperor made Anakin kill him, it makes so much more sense. Because the Emperor was onto him, and he thought he was getting away with it, with having his own
yeah, that is true. Damn, that's a lot. That's good insight there, Anthony. That's why you come to the rundown, guys. Anthony just educated me, and hopefully you guys in
I
the
thought
chat.
it was my smile, but I'll take it.
Yeah, you're the educator.
I'll take it.
Let's move on to episode 3. Dooku and Windu together. This was a cool little mix-up. Now, can you fill me in on this part then? So they've gone to investigate. They're going to investigate the death of the Jedi. More of their relationship. I'm forgetting what their relationship was like.
Yeah, so they're like equals, I think.
He's playing my games with me.
I don't know who trained Mace Windu though. I forgot.
Does anybody know?
I forgot. Maybe it was
Often
Vizsla.
you're
I don't know.
unbanned. You can come back now.
But they're like equals, sort of rivals.
It felt more rivals. That's the feeling
so
I got from them.
The fun thing about these two, they're kind of like yin and yang, because Dooku went to the Sith, but I think he had just plans to overthrow the Emperor or do his own thing. And Mace Windu, because he had a purple lightsaber, and they had to think of lore to. So it would make sense that he'd have a purple lightsaber. So they came up with him using the dark side in his lightsaber form. So he has like this lightsaber form called Vapor, and it's like a mix of dark side and light side. So he threads the dark and light just become stronger, because he knows that to become truly powerful in the Force or in your lightsaber combat, you need to use both. So he stays a Jedi, but he uses both of the powers, or he combines them really, because the Jedi are always taught to be emotionless and be mindful of the Force, and he just uses rage in Vapor.
Okay.
While Dooku just chose to go Sith and be good at a Form 2, which is saber to saber combat. He's like the best saber to saber combat person over there.
Damn. Look at this. Often says, I thought Favreau and Filoni have the keys to Star Wars now. I'm not sure. I have to check that.
Is this the episode, though, where Qui-Gon dies? I think it is, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not this one. Lukagi's here. Now, are you... Okay, Lukagi. You're Lukagi. What's up? Damn, I miss Andor. I don't know if I believe you, bro. Love Tales of the Jedi, though. Dooku was awesome.
I don't know if I believe you.
I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Definitely not First Lukagi at First Lukagi. So you're different people. Interesting. Rans, I need your help here, brother. Help me figure it out. You're late, man. Glad to have you. I bet you it's the time difference. It's messing with us. Or yeah, it could be the fights, and Black Panther's out, and it's Saturday night.
Yeah, it's Lukagi. It's Lukagi. It's done. We're done.
I'm done.
So Lukagi is definitely not Lukagi.
I'm Dumbass Studios.
It was him. So Lukagi, that was brilliant. Doing the what was the first name again? Floaties for
Kino.
yeah. So what I did, because you have like these three dots right next to a person's name. You have this
Mhm.
go to channel. So so I went to the channel of what was it? I don't think it was the flip flop like angry mom, or definitely not. I think
Oh
it was
yeah.
definitely not First Gaga. I went to the
Hashtag
channel,
not
and yeah,
impressed.
back to the channel of First Gaga. So we Sherlock Holmes that one.
Bloody hell. That was good. That was good. It was good to see Mace Windu back. It definitely wasn't Samuel L. Jackson doing the voice though. It was someone else, right?
Yeah, it was someone else. And I thought they were going to use um, Liam Neeson's son to do early Qui-Gon. That's what I heard before they started.
Mm,
But I don't think
okay.
they did, right? But they did get him to do his voice. And the
Mm,
weird part was Dooku. He sounded like Alan Rickson, right? But couldn't be because he died. But
mm,
at first, I was only thinking about Snape, Harry Potter's Snape,
mm.
when Dooku was talking.
Yeah, sounds a bit like him. Let's move on to episode 4 then. Now, this is the one oh God, I'm having a memory blank.
Yeah, this is the one where
It's
Qui-Gon
literally
dies. So
yes.
earlier, and they have like a little time jump here because I think at the beginning of the episode we see Qui-Gon and he's no longer his Padawan. He still calls Dooku Master, but he's no longer his Padawan, and he's
That's right,
saying
yes.
Obi-Wan is fulfilling that role of protecting him, and he's
Yes.
adapting quite nicely. So he's saying Obi-Wan is pretty good at lightsaber combat, and he has encountered Darth Maul, but no one believes him.
Mm,
It's like Titanic, right? They're saying there's a problem
mm.
with the iceberg. No one believes it. They keep dancing, and then shit happens. And shit
And shit
is
happens, right?
Qui-Gon dying.
But we
And
don't
then
see that. They just jump ahead, right? Because that's
yeah,
what got me. I'm like, what the heck?
yeah. And then I come back to the previous episode where Qui-Gon kept Dooku on the light side.
Mm,
So at I don't know which episode it was, 2 or 3. Dooku said,
true.
"Your actions saved a lot of lives," and he meant not only of the guys they were going to slay, but he meant his own life as well. I think,
Yeah.
if you rewatch it, um, and now he's saying it's time to let Qui-Gon go, and it doesn't only mean let the memory of Qui-Gon go, but also the notion of staying at the light side. I'm going to let that
Yeah.
go, and I'm going to go to the dark side. I'm going to follow the Emperor openly now.
Yeah, that's the impression I like get when you talk about that bit because it's like once you started talking about Qui-Gon being dead, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Like he's he's done. He's moving on. But I actually like this episode when now the character that he kills, the Yoda type character, who's that in Star Wars lore? Because I don't know who that is. Is
Yaddle,
that
right?
just a was it?
But like Yaddle was an attempt to build out Yoda's race,
Yeah.
but George Lucas decided not to because he's pretty how do you say that, protective of Yoda's race.
Mm,
So he never made any lore about Yoda. He never expanded on Yoda just to keep him more mysterious. So this Yaddle character, which we see in the was it the prequels? I think we see it in prequels, or maybe in the animated Clone Wars. I don't know anymore. But we see
yeah.
her, and then they thought, that's not because it'll humanize Yoda a bit too much, and he needs to be like a
Mm,
mystic, right? Um,
mystical. Yeah.
yeah. So they
Mythical.
scratched her, and there was always like a theory: is Grogu like their their kid or not? But yeah, that's kind of it. Exit
Okay.
Yaddle.
Yeah. And she died.
Yeah, and
She
she
did.
died in Legends, I think, saving. I think she caught like a grenade for Luke or something, or for Anakin. For
Oh,
Anakin,
really?
probably. Yeah,
Damn. So what? Are you saying they killed her a different way in this?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But
Why
they
do you think
killed her.
that is?
I don't know, just to make it mean more, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
interesting. Interesting. Well, that brings on to episode 5, which was all right. Now, I didn't get this part here at the end. I took this picture at the end, but this is the one of Ahsoka training. Um,
Yeah,
I'm
this is
assuming
not
this is
training
right
anymore. This is
before.
after training. This isn't Clone Wars. This is after Order 66. After Rex's controller chip got damaged and he got back to his senses.
Mhm.
But this is after Order 66. So um, I think I told you before you watched Tales of the Jedi, there are like a couple of time jumps. So the time jumps
Mm.
were with the previous episode with Qui-Gon meeting Maul and then dying to Maul.
Mhm.
And this has a couple of time jumps as well because she starts training and she has one lightsaber. I think it's a green one then. And then you see her
Mhm.
training again and again and again. And then she adapted to her two lightsaber style. And then you see her
Mhm.
training again and again. And then you see her outfit change as well. So the training sequence, it's not a couple of days. It's a lot longer. And
Mm.
Anakin is actually training her for Order 66. Not knowingly training her, but she does the exact
Yeah.
same move she does when Order 66 is executed. Um,
Ah.
and so here,
Okay.
all the troops are still on Order 66, so they're hunting Jedi. And this is like a trick to get out of it.
Interesting. Because there's a lot of bad guys there. There's a lot of bad guys
No,
there.
survival first, but they're just Order 66th. They're
Yeah.
mind first.
Yeah. I quite like that shot too. There's a lot of cool shots in
Yeah,
throughout the shows.
yeah.
But I thought
And
this
this
one
is
was definitely
literally
one of
going
your.
into like a Clone Wars thing.
Okay. Yeah, that was cool. The training
Yeah,
was cool too. Seeing her as a baby, it felt like this series focused more on Dooku and her. You see a few different variations of their journeys.
yeah, and I love
Which,
the relationship between Anakin and her.
mm,
That she's like this prodigy because they set her up to be a prodigy in episode one, and
mm-hmm,
now during her exams, everyone is really impressed. There's even like a scene of one of the audience members looking at someone else like, "Whoa, she's really good," and she's a fast learner.
mm.
And Anakin is just, it's meh. Everyone does this. Doesn't count.
Because he's
That
so
was
bloody
really
good.
cool. And the
Yeah, that was
cool
cool.
part about this, because Ahsoka is Dave Filoni's baby.
Mm-hmm,
Um, he made her up. He set her up to be great, and the fact that they explain why she is as good as she is um, makes it have a lot more sense. Also, going to the Ahsoka series, um, we all hate Mary Sue's, right? And this is
mm,
Ahsoka's like she was gifted as a 1 year old, but you also see her progress through her training, and you've seen the gruesomeness of her training, just like people
yeah,
did with Luke in the OG trilogy.
yeah,
And we love to see how people get as strong as they are, right?
yeah. That's right. You want to see a bit of struggle, a bit of effort put in to
Yeah,
get to earn it, not just be given it.
and it's done so
Um,
intentionally by Anakin because he knows. He just knows
mm,
what the world is like and what you need to be to survive.
yeah, man, like because he was quite young in the films,
Yeah,
the real life version of him. So all this stuff that they've added after those films of him having a Padawan and all that, the way they've made that work and fit that in is really interesting to see how
yeah.
they've done that. But I'm excited. I'm more excited for her show. I mean, these things give great little insight to what her character goes through and what she does. So I can't wait to see Rosario Dawson play her now as an older Ahsoka.
Yeah, I'm just excited for everything that Dave Filoni is going to create.
Yeah. Man, I'm really interested to see where they go with it. That brings us to episode 6, where she takes the Inquisitor, right? He's an Inquisitor. I know
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
Takes the Inquisitor down.
Which is a cool design, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. He looked cool. He looked really cool. So this wraps it up. So do you think so? Then obviously they'll do another Tales of the Jedi because this is season 1.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll focus on other characters or will follow more of her journey? Considering we've got the
Yeah, so
Ahsoka show coming.
yeah, we'll have like the Sith version, right? The Acolyte, which will
Hmm.
focus more on the Sith. And
Sorry, I didn't sleep much, guys.
look,
Damn.
I could watch this all day. I could watch one of Mace Windu, of Kit
Hmm.
Fisto, Anakin even. Look, these episodes were like 15, 13 minutes, but they felt a lot
Yeah, they're
longer,
pretty
right?
short. This one did. Definitely felt this one felt
Yeah,
longer.
but they gave us so much. And it was
Mm.
funny because I was watching the end credits of this episode and it just said Village village girl daughter and village boy or something. And I was kind of thinking, could that be Poe Dameron? Because his shirt kind of looked like his jacket was kind of
Oh,
Poe Dameron's jacket, but that was reaching a bit.
that could be reaching. Imagine
Yeah,
if
it
they
was.
did that. Poe
Yeah,
Dameron, I'd like to see a series on him just to get Oscar Isaac back.
yeah.
Please. She went in with no weapon
Yeah, that
too.
was cool.
Baller.
That was cool.
Yeah, baller. I love this shot. Actually, when I saw this shot, I was like, look, I know my photography skills can really enhance a scene, but this scene was already really good. So I just wanted to make sure I captured that.
Yeah, you inject the epicness.
Yeah, like I just love the way it's captured, and you see I got
Yeah.
it from behind his shoulder
Let
there,
us
just to show
guess.
just the
Often
gravitas of
sleeping,
the scene.
I think. Or he just wants to
Was
say
that
let us guess because of Moonlight. I don't know.
latest gators? Yeah. Are you actually leaving, or
I
are
think
you
he
just
is.
saying
I think he is.
he's done? You're fired. That's strike 3. You're done. But that's it. Okay, so this look, I think I needed to see it. I was apprehensive at first to watch it because I hadn't watched any of the other Clone Wars or anything like that. That's quite. Sorry, often rehired. That's cool, man. Happy
I was
there's
quoting Poe
people joining.
Dameron and just using the name Poe Dameron. That's so rundownish.
Yeah. He is Poe. He's Poe. That's hilarious. Well, I'm glad that you convinced me to do it because at first I wasn't interested in following along with it, but I'm glad I did now. So I'm more open to future ones.
That's good.
That's for
That's
sure.
good. With your own
Yeah,
arc,
I'm
your
open now.
openness arc.
Yeah, I'm becoming more open to the animated style of things. So
Cool.
my arc is changing. Now, yeah, what do you think the next series will be then? Do you think it'll just be more little short stories focusing on these
I think it's the
characters,
Acolyte,
or
right?
Acolyte? Is that
I think
animated?
so. I
Really? I thought that was
don't
live action.
know exactly.
Does
Because I
anybody
try
else
not
know?
to watch any trailers anymore. But I don't
Mm,
know. But I was kind of assuming that it's going to be, but I don't know.
mm. I'm actually interested. I'm glad you mentioned that. When we do Black Panther next week, there's some stuff from the trailers that I think has relevance to what we saw in the film. Oh, it is live action. There you go. Acolyte is live action.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Boom. Um,
Oh,
things that are relevant from watching trailers to the film.
yeah.
Can't forget
Oh,
to talk about that.
yeah. Another thing from one of the episodes, I think it's the episode 5 about
Mm,
Dooku. He said that it was in too deep, just like Lonnie.
mm.
Talking about Camino, talking about Cypher Diaz. Because I was kind of wondering, because in the prequels they mentioned Cypher Diaz being the one who set up the clones on Camino or asking for them, but maybe it was Dooku. Maybe it was Dooku just using Cypher Diaz's name. Because we never the Kaminoans, it's Kaminoans. The Kaminoans never described Cypher Diaz, only that they dealt with him on the order of creating the clones. But it seems like Dooku did that because he also knows his password. So that was a cool little setup.
Interesting. See all this stuff I'm learning. I'm learning here, guys. Often says I was combing through the Wakanda Forever footage and lots of stuff was cut from the trailers.
Wow.
Interesting.
Released
Well, not lots, but I saw a couple of scenes. Well, not a lot. Just my favorites is like, well, not a lot. I saw a couple of scenes that went in the movie. Well, actually, there was just like one
Actually,
scene that
none.
wasn't.
Actually, one.
It was exactly the same as the movie. Now, what I mean is there's some things shown in the trailers that you would think there would be more.
Yeah, I love how how Rhodey was so shameful saying, "Okay, it's War Machine Rocks."
That I saw that again recently. When was that? When did I fucking see that? Oh, God,
I
I've seen it so
rewatch
many
those
times. I can't
every
remember.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, every
War
time.
Machine Rocks.
Oh well, guys, that brings us to the end again. Pretty quick episode today for us lately.
Yeah.
Next week we'll probably have a little bit more to talk about with Wakanda Forever.
Yeah. It's a bit decisive.
I'm really a bit decisive. I'm interested to see now. Everybody in the chat who's here every week, do us a favor. If you haven't seen it, do your best to go see it because we want to include you in the conversation. I want everybody's opinions on it.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
if you know that you won't be able to see it, and that you'll be able to see it in 1.5 weeks or after that, also let us know, please.
Yes, please do. I know most of us here have already seen it. I'm pretty
Pre-talk.
sure. Yeah. We need it now. He wants to talk about it now. I know. Pre-talk.
I could, yeah.
Well, one thing I'll say is I just really enjoyed. There's a surprise in there that I really enjoyed, and Liney really, really loved that surprise
Okay, cool.
of a
True.
particular cameo, which was really cool. Anthony knows I was vibing after the movie because I don't have any Black Panther figures. I got the new one when it comes out, but I was like, I need a figure now. I need to pose. I need to pose a Black Panther figure. Don't do it. Don't pull it out.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
I have this.
Don't pull it
I
out.
received
Don't let
the
Krennic get the soul
cape.
stone.
Wait! Received the Jackson shoe cape recently.
He's gonna knock Krennic over, guys. You watch.
Yeah,
there we
probably.
go.
Krennic's going for a soul stone.
Oh
Like
damn!
that. So it has like a
That is
comic
cool.
booky look that way.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Anyway, for me,
Hashtag
Black
don't
Panther,
tell
like
me
I
off.
said, when I left the movies, I thought it was going to be a 7 out of 10 for me. Don't pull it out. That went very sketchy very quickly. But so the reason that for me that I think that for me it was like 7 out of 10 is that I was missing a lead character. So it kind of felt like the movie was missing something. But afterwards, because doing the rundown makes me think about things a lot more than I would normally do. So I was thinking it was going to be a 7 out of 10, so a 3.5 out of 5. But then I thought, if this is like a parallel process that the production team did for us as the audience to feel, because they as well were missing a lead. So if they did that part on purpose, then it's brilliant.
Yeah, I think they did.
I don't know.
I thought so.
If you did that on purpose, just leave a void of a lead character, then it's really brilliant. But if they didn't, then it just felt like it was just a bunch of supporting characters who were really good, but still a bunch of supporting characters making a movie. So if it was on purpose, then it's very well done.
I feel like it was. That's the impression I got when I was watching it, that it was about, I'm trying to think about how to say it without giving anything away for people who haven't seen it. Justice for no lead.
Justice for no lead.
Awesome, okay. I love the comic look. Yeah. Justice. I think it was because I feel like they did do it deliberately. No, I think they did do it deliberately. Yeah, I did think they did. I think they did it deliberately. Well, give us something to anticipate. Think of the things you guys want to bring to us next week, and let's actually cover some. Let's go deep. Let's go deep on this. Let's go Lonnie deep on this. Okay, let's go too deep. I want to find out what everybody's thinking about it because I feel like they did it well, and I enjoyed it. I liked the journey of someone was really good, I thought, and kind of what I thought it would be. Who hasn't seen it? Raise your hands in the chat.
Yeah, so the good part for me is that it's like almost 3 hours, right? And I didn't get bored, so that's a good thing.
I didn't get bored either. I loved the underwater stuff. Lani made this point actually. The underwater scenes. No. I'm scared.
It kind of felt like watching Avatar 2, though. So I didn't like it being a bit Avatarish. But I guess it makes sense. It makes sense.
I guess it made sense. I loved the look of the water and the underwater. Like it looked like the actors were actually underwater, not CGI. One thing I was like, oh, it looks like they're holding their breath, and that's because they were underwater as opposed to
Zip it.
They're underwater.
You have this. There's
Wait,
like this
Ren's
this
just
whole
seen it.
scene with Doctor Evil.
Yeah.
Talking about zip it.
Yeah, that's right. Zip it. Zip
You zip
it.
it.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah.
I get that reference.
Zip it.
Yeah. Look, if we continue talking, I like the octopus playing the drums. Hold on, wrong film. Oh shit. There, I will say some of the CGI was not as good as I wanted it to be.
Oh, I thought it was a lot better than Black Panther 1.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, CGI on a particular character, let's just say,
Yeah.
I thought could have been better. Looked a little too cartoony.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A. Number 2, would you please back me up? Look, I'm Zippy Longstockings. When a problem comes along,
But-
you must zip it. Zip it good.
How did you find it that quickly, you bastard? Tried to separate Namor from Aquaman, only to be confused with Avatar.
Yeah. To be honest,
Oh,
I was
man.
actually thinking for the second part or for Black Panther, just taking out the Wakanda throne, tipping it over, and then having Aquaman going on top of that.
Yes, that would be cool. Either way, I'm excited to see what other figures they produce from the movie.
Yeah,
I think we'll
true.
definitely see an Ironheart. We'll definitely see maybe
when
a
a problem
Namor.
comes around, then just zip it.
Do you think? Okay, Namor. Everybody knows Namor's in it. Do you think they'll do a Namor figure? And do you think that they will? Because it's going to be a tough one for him to do unless they give him these clothes that he was wearing at some point. Otherwise, he's going to
Zip
be
it.
a lot of an open body.
I love, by the way, I love that we got to know that the pronunciation is Namor. That was
Namor,
cool.
yeah,
That was cool.
yeah. Butch says Black Panther. Zip it. I was expecting something different after viewing the trailers, and nodded off 2 times. Oh my god! But I did attend a 12:30 a.m. showing. Lol.
Yeah.
Who's sleeping Dory now, Butch?
Who's sleeping Dory now? Must not spoil.
That's a late time to go too, mate, or early, depending on how you look at it. Do you think we'll get a Namor cameo in Avatar?
Namor.
Namor must not spoil. I will say, okay, here's a just
Will you?
a
Will you though?
I will definitely
Will
say,
you though?
I thought, you know, in superhero movies, I thought it was interesting that he wasn't like super jacked. You know, he was more of a normal physique. You know, I thought that was interesting because normally people go
Semi-normal.
super hyped.
What sign normal?
Yeah, above average.
Yeah.
Above average.
Time out
in
for John.
physique.
Do it. Do it. Do it, Dolphin.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. I will not. Time out for John. No, I won't do it. Let's call it there. Otherwise, I
Do
will
it.
spoil it.
Yeah.
Just save it for next week. We're gonna have a big talk about it next week. I'm ready to go deep
You're like
into
the
the ocean.
you're like the
seas.
Tom Holland of the rundown. Like this
Yeah.
spoiling liability.
I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but I do want to talk about it. So we must exit so we don't ruin anything for anybody here.
Yeah.
Ren says, if Hot Toys make them more, he won't get a long neck like Maul Cable. I hope he won't get a long neck.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Hope not. Blabbering Dory. It'd be an interesting figure, though, with the wings on the ankles. I feel like that would break easy unless they made them plastic.
Dude, I would love an Iron Dory with the wings.
With our jackets. We need 6-scale versions of us with our jackets. Interchangeable hats for Anthony. Interchangeable hats. God knows what I can have. I can have like a clean face sculpt and a bearded face sculpt.
Cool.
Maybe 2 different versions. Yeah, I think that'll work. Anyway, we are blabbering. Guys, Anthony, what do you got going on this week? What do you got going on the channel? Tell everybody about your figure of the week things. I want to know.
Oh yeah,
I want
so I
everybody
have
to know
this
about that.
new thing which is called Figure of the Week because I feel like collecting is a really addictive hobby in the wrong way. And you can kind of get up in the hype of getting new figures, not appreciating the figures you already have. So to solve that, all posing helps for me, and taking out a figure, appreciating that figure for a whole week and moving on through your whole collection is like a way
Mm.
to not get caught up in your tracking list and refreshing everything to see what's coming in, and just to really appreciate the figures you already have. So I'm doing like this figure of the week now every week, where I take one figure and pose it at least once a day for every day of the week. At the end, I'll have like a video with at least 7 poses of that video of that figure, and it won't be like a full production video, but just short videos. Maybe it'll just be shorts after every week. But I'm having a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, I actually think it's a really, really cool way to get people appreciating their collection more. I saw someone made a comment on one of your posts about thank you
Yeah.
for helping us appreciate it. And like when they said that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like getting people actually also maybe playing around with them, posing them up more, appreciating them a bit differently than what you do when you just get it and put it on the shelf. You know?
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah.
pose up all the time, but other people who may get into doing that trend might find more enjoyment out of their figures that way and
That would be
less
cool.
keen
It
on
would be
having
so
to buy
healthy,
so
man.
many. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, definitely. I like these accessories, Lakagi. Sleeping face sculpt, accessories, alarm clock. Boom.
Alarm clock.
And the jacket that you can take off and on. Off on. Sorry. Sleeping head sculpt. The legs on. Okay, so Anthony can help you here. The legs on Cap doesn't want to articulate. Now, this is the stealth suit you're talking about often, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Or
So
which Cap?
what you
Let us
do,
know.
you just unbutton his pants, and then it's like the same thing that I did in the Endgame Cap video, where you cut the little blue thing underneath his pants, which you call the diaper, and it'll articulate the legs a bit more. But there's a problem with the stealth suit strap. Like, I think it has like thigh expanders. So I think this figure has larger thighs over here. So that's why
I'll
the
remind
range in
you,
the
yeah.
thighs is really big. It's a big problem. And I think that's why the range isn't as great as with all the other Cap figures. And other than that, you can just pull up his pants. Just take off the boots and just pull up the pants a bit, and you'll get a bit more space to work with. And then you'll just have to have patience and just micro adjust things a bit at a time, and you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get
And-
there. With
and
the
yeah,
clip on the shield.
Yeah, and I broke it as well because it's even more fidgety than all of the other shields. So so like the what's it called?
The strap?
The semi-leather strap has like these 2 pins on both sides. I broke them on both sides. It's ridiculous.
Damn.
I think I'll glue it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, with the clip, one thing I've done that I can tell you often is when I put the shield on their arm, you know how there's the two bits. If you've broken one side, I always just use one anyway, the one that's on the hand. I take the strap off on the second arm so it can sit up against the arm nicely, and you can pose it to a way where you just have the hand in the one strap, with the other strap completely taken off. So that, like, I'd say no one's going to see it because it's behind. Like, obviously, it's behind the shield.
Yeah, but the other strip is broken as well, I think.
Oh, for you, Anthony, yeah, but for
Yeah,
often, who's
yeah.
only broken one. So for often, yeah, you've got the one, so you can just use the one strap, mate, and don't worry about strapping the other one over. Just take that strap off and do it that way. But for Anthony, I mean, yeah, there's no going back. But he's probably got like 16 of this. He's got 16 shields there somewhere. Yeah. So
I thought you were going to say 16 stealth suits.
I was. No, I thought that's probably too many. 16 shields.
It is.
Or you can just send it to Renz. You can send me to... Yeah.
I don't mind the broken clip. I'm fine with that.
No, the clip's fine, mate. Just don't use one of the clips. If I had one readily available, I would grab it for you. But you don't need both. Or install the magnets. There you go. Thin magnets, yeah. But I don't think you need to. Just just go with the one clip, brother. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
they are finicky though.
The clips, it'll be fine. Blue tack it.
Yeah. Blue tack it. Yeah.
And what about you?
You can just wipe it one.
What about your channel?
I have. Okay, so there's a few things going on. I'm just about to finish filming the Wolverine, Deadpool, and
Yeah, I saw that one.
cable video. So that's nearly done. I've got one more scene to do, and then I'll do the audio. So I've done a different style this time, where I start off the talking part where I have them set up as if you would see them on the shelf. So I want to try and give you an idea about how to display them on the shelf. And then I put them on the turntable for about a minute to a song that's about 1:11, just so you can see it from all the angles where I change up the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's a bit different. And I've added a few other little styles in there that will pop up throughout the video just when I've thought of it, just kind of random. So that'll be coming out hopefully this week. I should have that out by closer to the end of the week. Given with work and everything, I'll probably finish the scene tomorrow, then do the audio Tuesday, have it out by Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see how that goes. Then I'll be moving on to. I want to put this out there. I was going to put this in the closed Facebook group for our members. Is I have the Mark V now and Whiplash. So I'm thinking about doing a battle, just a maybe not a 10 scene, just a however many scenes I can pull off between them two fighting. And I also have the 2-pack Batman and Superman Justice League Snyder Cut 2-pack. So
Cool.
debating which one to do first. I think I want to do the Mark V and the Whiplash fight first. I feel like that's where I want to go. I want to do some more. I did some fighting in this Cable and Deadpool one, so I kind of want to play around with getting figures to fight each other a bit more. So yeah, there's that. Next week we'll have Posed Up. I'll have reviews with Rich as a guest next Saturday. It was supposed to be yesterday, but we've had to reschedule for next week. And then we'll be back for the rundown, guys. And then in that time, I'll be doing pictures and reels and shorts and anything you can poke a stick at. I am working on getting Anderson Silva that you sent me, Anthony. So I've got his email address.
That would be so cool.
I've been writing up an email to him about getting him on. So if anybody who follows the UFC, Anderson Silva has 6,000 action figures. So he's a big collector. So I'd love to get him on the show and interview him with his collection and just see his collection, even just get him to give us a tour or something. I think it'd be sick.
So cool, dude.
Yeah, I'm also still chasing down Rob Lidfield. I always forget how to say his name properly, but I am chasing him down to get him on the show. So I'm reaching out to more people to try and get different types of guests on the show. So stay tuned for that, guys. That's it for me, other than the channel membership. If you want to join the closed Facebook group, often's not allowed, but everybody else is more than welcome to come along.
Yes, Spanner. Yes, Spanner.
Yes, the Spanner. If you want to join, we're going to be I'm planning on doing our first catch-up behind-the-scenes pose and chill session on the 26th. I think it's a Saturday for me, which will be a Friday night for a lot of you guys, where we just hang out backstage, we just chat, pose up figures, and just get to know each other.
Who is Mark Miller?
He's an artist, I think.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Mark Miller. Oh, I just did Mark Miller's YouTube. Oh, so there's a chance. There's a chance.
Just comment in his YouTube. Go.
Yeah, I'll go find it. I'll go find it. So I need your guys' help. We need to hashtag or something to whenever he does things where the MCU is based. Oh, wow. He wrote Ultimates. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Great show, guys. May the Spanners be with you all.
5 out of 5 Spanners.
Yeah, so we're going to get there. We're going to get there one day. We're going to get there. If you don't quit, you'll get there. That's the way I look at it. He did kick ass as well as Kingsman. Oh, wow. Sick. I thought I knew that name. Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, yeah. Hit the like button too. Whatever. Go for it.
Do the thing. Yeah.
Do the thing. Do all the things. Hit the hashtags. Get it out there. Get people to join the chat. Let's have some fun. Till next time, guys. So, love having you all here. Have a great week. You all know who you are. Stay tuned. For those in the closed Facebook group, I'll be putting out more pictures this week and behind-the-scenes videos. So
TikTok bars.
TikTok bars are possibly in the works. We'll see. You bastard. You'll never let it go, will you? God damn it.
No. We didn't get that one.
Don't make me dust off the mic. Pretty sure we did. From memory, I'm pretty sure we saw him in She-Hulk. Pretty sure he was there. Yeah, from memory. It was a pair of shoes, I'm pretty sure.
Like Ginger Spy.
Yeah. Yeah, right. All right, guys. Till next time, as always, have a good week. Peace.
Bye.